everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Daily 8 on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Penarski here, bringing you the top 8 stories of the day. Happy Tuesday, everyone. We'll get you a look at your forecast and how you can have a say in a brand new sculpture coming to Grand Rapids in just a little bit. But we do begin today's show with news that broke earlier this morning. After forming a committee to weigh his options, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist has announced his bid to run for the top job in Michigan. Gilchrist, a software engineer by trade, has been alongside Governor Gretchen Whitmer since she first ran for office back in 2018. He's looking to become the state's first black governor. Gilchrist said that he'll be focusing on expanding affordable housing as well as improving healthcare access here in Michigan, especially mental health services. He now joins Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson and Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson as the Democratic candidates for the 2026 election. Governor Whitmer has stated that she won't be endorsing any candidate, at least until the primary has been finalized. And we have another update to the school saga happening in Rockford. There has been a lot of contention between parents and the Rockford Public School Board over the board's proposal to repurpose Parkside Elementary. The proposal would turn the school into an early childhood learning center and relocate students to Valley View Elementary. Well, in a meeting on Monday, the board voted to go through with the proposal despite the efforts to change their minds by the parents. The vote was approved 5-2. The school board cited low enrollment numbers for the decision. A strikingly similar outcome happened in Grand Haven as well regarding its move to repurpose the Mary A. White Elementary School. Monday's decision will go into effect at the start of the school year next fall. A North Carolina man is awaiting trial this month after DNA evidence linked him to a nearly 13-year-old sexual assault cold case. 35-year-old Dustin Thomas faces 1 count of first-degree criminal sexual assault. The assault took place in 2012 at a fraternity house near the campus of Western Michigan University. A 21-year-old female reported the assault to police at the time, but the rape kit was not tested until years later. The case was sent to the Kalamazoo Sexual Assault Kit Initiative in 2022 for re-examination, which led to Thomas's arrest. Since the initiative started in 2016, authorities have been able to process or start the process to some 200 cold case sexual assaults that occurred between 1976 and 2015. A pre-trial hearing for Thomas was held in Kalamazoo County on Monday. 4 people were arrested for their connection in a hyperbaric chamber explosion that killed a 5-year-old boy on the east side of the state. Police say that the 4 were arrested on Monday. The explosion happened at the Oxford Center in Troy back on January 31st. Our NBC affiliate in Detroit said Thomas Cooper was killed and his mother was also injured in that explosion. Hyperbaric chambers are used for a variety of different reasons. We're not sure what exactly Cooper's reasoning was for that, but the treatment ranges anywhere from carbon monoxide poisoning to decompression sickness for scuba diving. The fire department said that the center will be closed until further notice as an investigation is still underway. The 4 arrested individuals, though, are expected to be arraigned sometime today. Switching gears now to an amazing discovery over in Lake Superior. The Great Lakes Shipwreck Historical Society located the SS Western Reserve roughly 600 feet below the surface. The 300-foot steel steamer was first found late last summer, about 60 miles away from Whitefish Point using a side-scan sonar. Divers later confirmed the finding after that sonar readings. The Western Reserve is an older ship, about 132 years old. It was one of the first all-steel vessels on the Great Lakes, but it started to sink back in 1892 and was said to be completely submerged in just 10 minutes. Only 1 person on board at the time survived. You can check out the recovered shipwreck right now over on woodtv.com. Dog Story Theater in Grand Rapids is back open after a 5-year intermission. The theater had to close in 2020 due to a lack of funds after the COVID-19 pandemic. The theater relies mostly on almost solely on donations and rental fees from the acts that use the space. It's now located on State Street near Prospect Avenue and is set to host several shows and groups. It kicked off its reopening last month with a Paris-themed variety show inspired by the real-life Moulin Rouge. The first in-house regular show will be happening later this month on March 26th with Man vs. Machine. It will pit an improv performer against an AI-generated script. The audience there will then select which one they prefer. The hope for the operators of the Dog Story Theater is to keep things running and have a place for acts to come and perform all over Grand Rapids. Now let's step aside now and get you a look at your forecast for today. Here is Storm Team 8 meteorologist Matt Kirkwood.
Okay, after hitting 6 degrees yesterday, well, we're not going to get back-to-back ones. Not yet. We're going to cool things off a little bit, and you can see why. Cold front moving through, but it's going to move through dry, just a few clouds with it, but still lots of sunshine to look forward to today, albeit with some cooler temperatures. North wind around 10 to 20 miles an hour. Sunset time at 7:44, and ought to be a beautiful sunset this evening. So this is what we're tracking. We're going to cool things off, but nothing particularly cold. And then it looks like some back-to-back days with much warmer temperatures. Friday and Saturday, and then windy conditions on Saturday. Good chance of showers and thunderstorms later Friday night and the first half of Saturday. Big storm system actually coming into the Great Lakes, looks like later Friday into the early weekend, and eventually we'll be on the backside of it. Northerly wind's going to kick in. Chance of some rain snow mix, light. It'll be fairly light on Sunday, but certainly some cooler temperatures, and that's going to be the case as well for St. Patrick's Day.
Thanks, Matt. And we end things today with something fun for artists in Grand Rapids to check out. The city is asking for help to design a new statue that will live in Heritage Hill Park. The Heritage Hill Association has teamed up with the city to commission a sculpture for the park worth up to $15,000. Artists of all backgrounds and mediums over the age of 18 can apply with their ideas as well as their portfolios. The chosen artist will receive $500 in compensation for the project. A public vote will be done through the Heritage Hill community to select the winning design. We have links for you to apply inside our story on woodtv.com. You have until March 28th to do so, and the winning design will be announced on June 27th. And that's going to do it for us today on this edition of the Daily 8. 8 more stories are headed your way tomorrow as we take a look at the top stories for your Wednesday. Same time, same place. Hopefully we'll see you then. I do want to thank everybody so much for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.